Hi again, YouTubers. So this is going to be kind of a crazy video because it's going to have a lot of stuff to it. I'm going to show you a couple things that I bought in August because I didn't have any hauls in August because I was away for, I would say, about 80% of August. So with that, of course, I wasn't buying very much because I was on vacation. And so I have a couple things that I've gotten, and then I'm also going to do my August favorites and my one regret, and then a bunch of updates because I have kind of a lot of stuff going on. So I'm going to start with the haul part. First thing is if you guys have watched my Sun Love video, you'll see that I pulled out my airbrush gun. So since I did that, a lot of the colors that I had and things like that were bad, so I can't use those anymore. So I'm kind of restocking and regrouping, I guess, on my airbrush stuff. So Temptu, which a lot of you have asked me who's a good place to get an airbrush gun. Mine is a Temptu. Sorry, it's all the way over there. I have the compressor, I have the cords, and I have the actual gun itself. But Temptu is a really, really great company, and they make a really great line for your face. Like, they do everything as far as foundation. They do, what are they called? Color boosters, I think they're called. They do blushes, they do eyeshadows, they do everything. It's a pretty cool line, and they're really well known. So I really, really like them. I've used them previously. Their foundation itself, I'm not too thrilled with, but I like, they're like different things in there. So I got this set, which is 7 different things inside of it. And it is a couple blushes and a couple color boosters. So to give you an idea, this one here is called Pink Pearl. And it, oops, sorry, that doesn't show up too well. It's actually white with a pink pearlescent to it. So you can add it to a foundation to give you that pearlized look at certain areas. This one is called Coral. I know this looks scary, but you got to keep in mind when you're airbrushing, you're diffusing color. So it does not go on like that. Then this one, I should have pulled these out of here, is Gold Shimmer. You can see the gold to it. It's obviously in order to put into a foundation or a blush if you want that additional shimmer to it. This one is called Copper Bronze. Copper Bronze, by the way, guys, is very, very similar to MAC's Bronze Hero. It's got a little bit more of an orange undertone to it, but it's the closest thing I've found thus far. So, and then I have this one, which is actually called Peach. It is a very, very deep brown. I have used this. I have an MAC airbrush foundation in NW15, which I had used, I guess it was last winter, and it's way too light for me right now, so I was adding this color to it because it does deepen up the color of it. And then this is the color Blush, and it looks kind of brownish on here, but it's a really pretty like plum pink color. And then this one here is called Plum, and this one actually is a true plum toned. And they come in this cute little thing, so it's really kind of a cool product. Temptu's got great stuff though, guys. Definitely, if you're interested in that type of thing, go try that out. And then, if you guys are on Twitter, you follow any of us on Twitter, there's a company called Zoya that does nail polishes. And they were doing this whole thing that you had to retwitter. I forget what it even said, honestly. Sorry, I'm sniffling. My allergies are killing me. I forget what it said, but basically, if you retwittered it, then you got to get 3 free nail polishes once they hit a certain point or a certain amount of subscribers. So I got my 3 colors. Now, I don't wear nail polish on my hands. I get my nails done, and yes, they are acrylic, and it is called Pink and White. It is not nail polish. There's no nail polish on my nails. It's just the acrylic is pink and white. So I don't chip them. I don't mess with them. I'm too hard on my hands. But I do get pedicures and get my toenails painted, and I'm kind of a pink girl at it. So a lot of these are kind of similar. This is in the color Sachi, S-A-C-H-I. Beautiful, beautiful hot pink. That one's really fun for summer. This one is called Suzanne. Beautiful pearly pinky purple. Oh, you know what? I got a color from Sephora too. I got my toes painted that color last week. It was called like it's in here somewhere, or it's in my purse somewhere or something. It was a Sephora OPI color. Sorry, I'm going off track. And then I got Dawn, which is another really pretty pink purple color. And the reason I totally forgot about my Sephora order, sorry guys, is I got a new Korres Olive and Rye eye cream. I'll tell you in a minute some information about that. But when I went on vacation, I used the one that I had in my travel set, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot how great this stuff is. It really reduces my under eye dark circles. So I used that in the morning, but then I got my Clinique Repair Wear. I went back to that for at nighttime, and I love those two. So I got those two, and I got the Sephora OPI. It's in my purse somewhere or something like that. So I got those. Sorry, I don't have them here to show you. They're pretty simplistic things though. And then I put in a MAC order, and this was a MAC Pro order. 2 of the things are going back and 2 are staying. I only got 4 things. Now, why I was placing the order online is because I wanted more of my Airbrush foundation. And like I said, the one that I have, the NW15, is too light, and my old Temptu ones that I had used previously were kind of gunked up because they were older ones. This is in the color NW35. I have it on right now, and it's a great match. Like, it seems to work out really well. It matches everything perfectly, and I really, really like it. I loved my other one that I have from MAC, but it's just way too light, and mixing it every time was kind of becoming a pain in the butt. So I was putting an order in online for that. And in the meantime, I also purchased, I had used previously, again, Temptu's airbrush cleaner, and I've also used, you can use rubbing alcohol to clean your airbrush. But I saw MAC had an airbrush cleaner, so I decided to give that a try. But in the meantime, this also mentioned in the description, or somewhere on their site, it mentioned that you can use the MAC Hyper Real SPF 15 foundation and mix it with the airbrush cleaner for an airbrushed foundation. So I figured I'd give it a try. Now, this is what it looks like. It looks like Studio Fix Fluid. It is really, really thick, so I'm really confused about how you would use this. But I also didn't like the color on this, I'll be honest with you. They did not have a very good color selection, but I wasn't a fan of this color, so I actually decided this one's going back. Because, again, I don't want to have to mix stuff all the time. I thought if it was thin, it would be really easy to mix. But yeah, I'm just not a fan of this, so it's definitely going back. It was in the color NW400 because they have a different line of colors in that. Then I also, one of the things, guys, these last couple what are they called? Releases from MAC, I have not been thrilled. I have just, and again, keep in mind, I'm using these for personal use now, so I don't really have any reason to buy these like outrageous colors or things that I personally am not going to use. So I wanted to pick up Brash and Bold pigment, which that is the really, really hot pink pigment. Okay, and I'll tell you, I was excited. I was like, oh, I love pinks. I love hot pinks. I actually have pinks on my lids today. I'm not sure if you can see it. But let me tell you this about that color, guys. Now, keep in mind, this is a limited edition color, but this color right here, Post Haste, it was a matte 2. That color is almost, not completely, almost an exact dupe for it. So I had that, and I was playing with it today, and I was just like, I don't need this whole thing of pigment, and I'm never going to use that much. When I use my pinks, I hardly use a lot of it. So I'm just going to send this one back. It's not something that I need. Couple updates. If you guys follow me on Twitter, or if you've seen some of my information on here, is I left what I was doing for work. So my hair is a mess today, sorry. I am trying to figure out where I'm going to go next and things like that. So not sure on that yet. And then in the meantime, kind of in part to that, but not really, a little bit having to do with it, is I have not been excited about any MAC collections lately. I don't know if I'm getting burned out on it. I don't know if I just really, when I got back from vacation, I was like, I made do for almost a month with a tiny, tiny little case of makeup. Like, I even scaled down what you guys saw in my travel makeup set because I was like, I don't need all of this. So I even scaled that down, and I kind of went, oh God, I don't need all of this. So I'm kind of going through and going, okay, what do I use? What don't I use? Which makes me look at the new collections and go, I don't really need that. I'm not going to use it. So I haven't been very excited about any of the collections that have come out lately. And looking at the ones upcoming, I'm really not that excited about the ones coming out for like September and I think a little bit into October. So I'm not really going to be doing a whole lot of hauling unless it's other stuff like other lines or things like that. But in the meantime, Gemma and I were talking on Twitter, and if you don't know who she is, I'll put her link to the sidebar here. We're talking on Twitter, and she was talking about doing, instead of Project 10 Pan, which if you guys follow Lollipop26, sorry, my nose killed me. If you follow Lollipop26, she did, I believe it was a Project 10 Pan, I think. Maybe she did 5 too. But Gemma and I were talking about the fact that we would do a Project 5 Pan. So I definitely am starting that. I started it September 1st. So what I'm kind of doing, just to let you guys know on that, and what Project 5 Pan is, if you don't follow them, is it is using up 5 products before you purchase any more. So what I'm doing is I'm using up products that are not limited edition products. So things like my Chanel Bronze Universal, which I have a couple backups of. Things like, what else was it? Like my MSFs, foundations, like lip glosses, things like that. So I'm going to try and do 5 of them before I purchase anything else. So that might be hard. I might need some support. That's why Gemma and I are doing it together. God, Gemma, am I saying your name wrong again? So sorry if I am. I'm so sorry if I am. I keep trying to put an N in there for some reason. Anyway, also, if you guys know or have watched, recently I hit 10,000 subscribers. I'm actually over 11,000 now, and I am going to do a contest. I'm just kind of trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. What I think I'm going to give away is things like my favorite things, like a Chanel, it's not Bronze Universal anymore. I think it's called like Soleil de Tan de Chanel, whatever. I'm going to probably give away one of those, and some other things that I really love. Some limited edition things that I think I might give away because I have backups of it, and I'm never going to get to a backup with all the makeup I have. So I think I might use some of those too, because those are super cool to get. Like, you can't find them anywhere. So I'm still figuring that all out. So sorry if it's taking a while, but I'm still figuring it out. Then also, I started a blog. You know what? I'm not going to do my August favorites and regretting this because it's getting too long. Sorry, guys. I'll do that in a separate video. A blog. I started a blog. I'm not very good at writing, guys. I'm gonna forewarn you, like, my writing skills are horrible. I'm great at talking to people. I can talk to you until you turn blue in the face. But as far as writing, ugh, my spelling, my grammar, all of that. So be warned if you go and look at my blog. If you see spelling errors, yes, I spell check it or whatever. Just don't correct me, please. Just a lot of people had asked about it, so it was something that I decided. There's like 3 posts on there now. One that shows my dog, because a lot of people have asked to see him. And then also I did a blog post about my Korres Olive and Rye eye cream, because when I got to the Cape, when I got away, we had traveled and we had flown and we had driven and all this different stuff. And when I got there, my eyes were like so a mess, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna try this again, and it was amazing. So that's on there. And as I was talking about all of my kind of stuff that I've been going through in my vanity that I don't use, I'm going to be having a blog sale. I don't know when yet, guys. I'm still getting it all together. I have a box, like a good size box of just stuff that I don't use on a regular basis, and I don't think I'll grab for, that's been used anywhere from like 1 to like 5 times max. Like, this is how little it is. So I am gonna have a blog sale. I'll put a YouTube, well, I'll put my link to my blog over to the side, but then I'll also, when I do decide to do the actual sale, I will put a small clip video on YouTube so everybody's aware. So, and it will be very simplistic, guys. You'll have to put a comment telling me what you want and what your email address is. First come, first serve basis. I'll send you an invoice. You pay me, it goes out. So, and I'm gonna try and ship within 5 days. Try being the key word of that, depending on how crazy this gets. So, that's my update and my little haul. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Next up, you guys will be seeing my August favorites and regret, because I'm kind of behind on that. So hope you guys enjoyed this update. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.